defense for me. We're seeing Guild's performance on the attack and obviously allowing Sayf to do what he's already very vocally said he's comfortable to do. It's a good starting point for them. Actually, initially, nobody on A site. A three-man walkout through double doors right now, and Guild actually have found themselves a small opportunity to find some space, but Questioner actually find trexx there. I don't know if that was fully through the wall.
Yeah, very well could have been at this point, but Russ has found one back, so the plant will at least be kept under Guild's control for now, but you can see the wrap coming in, and I don't know how much contact they've had on this, but look at koldamenta's position. If he gets the right timing on this, they'll have no idea, and a couple of shots in the back and now draws the attention of two. A lot of this retake has now been noted, so BBL gonna have to be fighting uphill, but they're used to that. They're good at that. And pAura going to be leading the boys back towards the side. The timing's awful for koldamenta. Dips away just at the wrong time. Still able to put some of that utility into play, but it's not perfect. But for BBL, they've got to find these players, and they're doing exactly what was needed. Drawn off from the defuse, but they should be able to have the time. And BBL looking sharp today.
I was wondering what the initial post plant
or lack of a big investment, which I quite fascinated by.
And they absolutely commit to making this a bonus round, right?
Yes.
I guess why we saw a little early aggression. Guild seemingly a great read on the situation. Now we'll find themselves an uncontested plant on A site. To see if BBL just commit to some damage. Russ will get overwhelmed and the weapon retrieved. Hoping that doesn't. Pretty big. Yeah, hoping that doesn't equate to a couple more.
I mean, aimDLL got armor. And aimDLL's played this so perfectly, playing quietly in the shadows, does get the punish towards koldamenta, but quickly traded out. So you're going to see Guild at least trying to find ways back in. It's down to 2. That rifle is still in Aslan's hands. I want to see if he can find anything for this. And yes, he can. Finds Sayf and now looks for more, but the time's starting to dwindle. Keep that in the back of your mind. They don't have all the time in the world. And a bit of chip damage, and they need one of these players to peek and go down quick. And I don't think Guild are going to fall for this. The damage has certainly been achieved in the wild spray. They can get it to halfway. He's trying to sit there. No way! That was so close.
Well, I mean, ticking the box for Guild on the previous round, that there.
It's going to go down. The attacking side going to try and at least put Questioner under pressure towards the back of site. He's going to have to respect that, at least for now, fall away a little bit further. And while that happens, aimDLL did catch Sayf. So now the spike's going to go down, so the site will be at least under the banner of Guild for now, but you can instantly see BBL looking for that next step forward. Clearing through middle is one of those protocols that they have to achieve. No one there to really greet it, but you can see the post plant from Guild.
koldamenta removed pretty early. Leo in position to trade that one out, so even right now, a 3v3. The time ticking away. BBL needs to find some way back on here, and the crossfire from main actually works out perfectly. Result in 2. Questioner responds with 1. Again, any less, and it becomes a little more concerning in terms of the finances.
Yeah, absolutely ate that flash. Guild gonna stay alive with 2. And couple that with the score.
That's what I'm talking about. It's actually a really tall order for Guild to kind of keep their finger on the pulse here in terms of what BBL are trying to achieve in something. Because there's so much variation. You look at the minimap every round, it's different every time.
Yeah, and it may be off feeling, off just a bit of space, something identified, and it may be off that. koldamenta being the one identified is going to be interesting because it's not Russ this time. And Hunter's Fury on both sides going to come out. This is just looking like Tron right now, but aimDLL still going to expect the play coming out from the tunnel. Sayf's going to catch Aslan, but still, aimDLL is just pushed up so close. I don't think he ate the full side of that flash, but still, 2 angles to clear, and he couldn't do both at the same time. Questioner, though, the readjust is quite nice here. This could be pretty valuable, but Sayf, what a shot walking into that. Leaving it all down to pAura. Ult popped as well. Giving Sayf a couple more options. And now 2 players on the side. It has to be clean. It can't be. As Russ is there and Guild starting to pull ahead scoreline-wise. Towards
B site. Always happy to give entry away. And you know, pAura is usually good for 1 or 2 on the way in with these sorts of setups.
100%. We're going to watch them at least make early contact. He knows there's a lot of presence here already, but the problem is the Seeker's going to come in and isolate him further. He's going to be in trouble. There goes another ult as well. Big investments coming out from the attacking side, and pAura's just trying to play his life, keep a little bit of safety on the site somewhere. As right now it's manic, and those double ups are going to be put into a really tricky spot to find a way to find value. And already Aslan. Let's see if he's lying in nature as he has in name. Already going to try and lead in towards that ult, and no one's looking this way for now, and he does get caught out by Leo, so not the best start.
Actually, kills come back.
There we go. That's
well, just like that. Guild are trying to play absolute rap style inside with multiple shorties, and BBL just overwhelm them. And this is the problem if you invest too many bodies inside that Viper's camera, but...
Well, those double ops are still out, but the problem is they've lost one now. QutionerX's gone down, and Moj has now shown that his presence is also going to be towards Tube, so he has to hit a bit of a move on the back of this, otherwise that's going to happen, and trexx finds a punish towards him, and they've lost two of the most impactful players, at least considered in this round. You wanted to keep those ops in play, but now with them gone, and already a minute over still to play with for Guild, they can hit the brakes a little bit, see if they want to, you know, find or punish a rotation or a bit of aggression, which is actually what BBL are up to, trying to retake a bit of information and space over towards the A side, but as we can see, Guild are leaning towards mid and B.
And still got the Viper wall available. There's still just buckets of utility left to make use of as well. Flank will be noted. I think that is the green light for them to progress towards B. Or again will be called upon. Both trap wires dealt with.
Yeah, there's not much safety for him, and he knows it. Yeah, he was surrounded. There's no way out, really, for pAura there. He tried as best he can to stay alive, but Guild are playing a nice game at this point. Down to Aslan and aimDLL.
I mean, at this point, I eat my words. I said it was going to be difficult for Guild to keep their finger on the pulse and have a good understanding of how BBL are going to play Breeze, and seemingly in terms of damage limitation in the early round, it's textbook from Guild. Not barely any risks taken, and they're in position to punish a lot of the risk that BBL are trying to take. It'll be noted here, and actually on the back of the Viper wall, the second player will be noted as well. Guild know exactly where Slam and aimDLL are positioned now. Further
Can
punish
they keep
the
the final weapon? They do have a couple of rifles out, so don't think it's all for nothing, but light armor, maybe missing some odds and ends, and actually a bit of a trade out to begin with. 1-for-1 trade goes both sides, and Moj still has to hold this down. Two players trying to peek him on this, and the loss on the side's a problem as well. The map's becoming to open up for Guild. They have so much access, and the three players for BBL are kind of back to the wall here. They've lost out on pAura, so that's eyes removed from the rest of the map. And actually, Moj's going to try and explore a little, see if he can find some of that information they've lost, and Qutioner, the guillotine not looking as sharp, and now the position has been found.
That is a beautiful attack in half.
Bonus, it all becomes almost a reality.
I'm not sure if he was noted there, but he's going to find a headshot on the other side. Oh, takes a boatload of damage though from the decay and the snake bite. Again, they slow things down enough where initially on that first toxin cycle, really get full access to sight here, and pAura could be the decoy the BBL need on the way in, and it works perfectly. Puts Russ in a awkward position.
Yeah, nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. This is great from BBL, just swarming through the map. None of these angles feel comfortable to play. Now, trexx actually gets a freebie on that, but the follow-up support. Wait, whoa. He got another? No shot, and now it's still down on trexx. Can he do any more damage? He finds another individual fight.
Oh, so look at them stacked up now.
Okay.
No more charge.
BBL just going through their normal protocol. Or it's got to be on red alert here, and gets away with his life, actually. The flash didn't catch and didn't take too much damage on the way back out, but BBL in the meantime have actually started to lean towards the site quite heavily. They should have a fair amount of control, but pAura, look at this positioning. The re-aggress is perfect, and pAura is just delivering mayhem. And he still wants to go further, but Leo quells that sort of threat. But now position noted, vulnerable. QutionerX going to follow up on what pAura started, and this is one-sided this round. Guild have been sent back to the drawing board.
pAura plays that so well. I mean, the bait comes through. It's unfortunate, actually, that Guild don't find that kill. With the snakebite being invested, the spam through the cage just doesn't find any damage. But then pAura baits the dropout. Guild have absolutely sold a dream. And then to come back through and find 2 kills on the back of it, not even be a late round piece, to be the one to actually make sure.
And this should indicate a heavy lean coming this way. There should be no secrecy to this, really. Just that wall between and the spam. It pays off. trexx going to get away with it. Coming on through, finding Moj. It's a freebie. And where's Russ just got that from? I don't think they can even see these players half the time. They're just spamming on in, and then look at what's remaining. aimDLL and QutionerX, that's it. That's all they've got left, and maybe it could be enough. A 1v3. Greatness beckoning for the man, and he's answering the call. Flashed up and blind. He's desperate to get away from them. But they close in, they take him down.
Did you see him pop out of the spy camp? Seekers and the Aldron to deal with another blind kill from trexx.
He's got some fortune on his side. You don't often get to see that sort of thing happen. QutionerX has made it towards the site, so they're fighting tooth and nail for this, but there's so many targets to deal with, so many different players, and Aslan, good for 2. Has to be good for the ace, though. 70 HP in a dream is all he's got at this point.
Where Sayf is with operator.
Yeah, you're right, and there it is, catching the cross. And I'm sadly in agreement. I kind of think BBL a little too late on the adjustment now. And the flash will show that they're around, but Leo, big tags already being dished out, and does get caught off though. QutionerX going to quickly try and close that gap, but Russ on the trade out. More vision found, and trexx again. The man doesn't have to truly see them. He just gets the outline, and it's more than enough. But a 3v2. Finally an advantage for BBL in one of these rounds, but look at koldamenta. Oh, Mike, they have no idea that he could be this close by no means. And on the other side, all you got to do is buy time and feel safe. He does more than that. He gets two back to back. And here comes the closing of the gap. koldamenta going to put him in the grave as pAura falls in 13-6.
What was that from Sayf?
To deem much from. It's kind of, well, I just hope it's not a similar scene.
You're actually going to set up to greet BBL on a long here, and a nice opener there from Leo. That's what you want to see in round 1. The headhunter finds its target. Actually, a little bit of damage done on the backside. You see Aslan's tagged up as well. Sayf. Can he find anything from this spot? No. Actually, gravity well, no follow-up either here. So Leo got to be really careful.
Yeah, Leo's pinched and he's blinded. He's been taken down. BBL with the perfect crunch in response, clearing out long so perfectly. But a quick consideration of the flank, and rightly so. You can already see that Russ is so quick to this. Super fast to get around with that frenzy. Gonna check towards long, but he's just outgunned, outnumbered, and the crossfire holds. This is the pace I wanted to see coming out from BBL. Confidence shown, and koldamenta just taking chunks of damage. Forced away, having to respect that utility now.
29 HP, a ghost in hand. But it's a tall order. The 1v4. Aslan, the squishiest of opponents, but they're stacked up here. There's no chance koldamenta's going to be able to get out of heaven. And whether or not he's really just going to opt to try and find any... Okay, well, no. Here's the answer. I mean, that position that koldamenta's in is very problematic. Russ. Okay, well, the trade is good, though.
Trade's good. You'll take that every day of the week. You'll be fine with that trade. Now, the problem is, though, can they get any more on the way through? No. For now, koldamenta's just going to be called on. Like, hey, buddy, can't really help you on the side to do as much as you can. He gets flashed, tries to do a bit of damage, but actually gets punished. Look at this. Pressure from BBL is mad, but instantly the response from Guild is there. Players in the right position, no one getting caught off on the timing. Like Mitch when he tries to pronounce his name normally.
Oh, damn it.
Amazing. Oh, QutionerX is such a spicy player, man. Like, from map 1, I hope we see more of that. Like, out of all the players, he was one who stood out to me the most. Actually kind of sick. Now, already though, gonna clear long, no one else there. We know that there's a player tucked in towards sewer, but now I'm not gonna reveal too much information.
I think spotted 2 though there, surely.
Was it 2?
Spotted the one player in the back, and then Aslan faced the drone, I think. No adjustment just yet from Guild, but BBL will drift away from sewers and long. Much slower pace here. BBL koldamenta is in a dirty spot. And he's got that star to make use of it. Now, where does that nano swarm actually land?
Hold on.
All the drones still available. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
this timing's done for.
What, is it? Is it unlucky? Okay.
It's a tag. It's a frag and a tag. So aimDLL are going to take a bit of chip damage, but they're actually wrapping all the way back around. pAura's taking really good mid space as well, so he can exploit these rotations. I really like this. And again, yes, position will be revealed, but it's still a problem. They have to clear. It might buy enough time for the players to get towards the site. He has to check on this. 13 seconds. He's got to secure safe passage, and he can't. 10 seconds now. This is where things get dicey. If they can just deny the plant, that could be huge. You're right. 2 still left. We put into play. There's 1. And look at the HP on aimDLL. Oh, damaged earlier. Caught on the way down. We're back to a 2v3 now. And look at Russ, the positioning. He played it well. He kind of came through garage. He lurked it out, but the nerves looked to get the best of him. And Aslan shows no nerves at all. The man's got ice in the veins, but no HP to play with. But damn, the damage was right there. It's so close between these two. Trexx will stand and get the defuse, and the scoreline will close up at 2 apiece. But now, only noting the jet out of that pack of players, there are 3 around that corner, and Aslan's already punished Russ. koldamenta feeling far more isolated than he likes. You can see how far away the rest of his teammates are, and actually, oh my word, this is just getting weird and wonderful. How is this happening? BBL finding quick kills back-to-back has opened up that seaside. Honestly, they've opened up the vast majority of this map. Keep in mind that Leo's been kind of tucked in towards Cubby on middle, and A long is where Trexx is currently residing. This is now the site fully available for BBL.
No pressure at all. I mean, it's looking like they're just committing to the save already. Hold on to the operator. And strange to see Guild happy now to kind of flip their own script and try and deathmatch around like that. I'm not sure where that first pick comes through, but then it just gets messy towards A lobby. The Hunter's Fury goes out. You can see Sayf desperately trying to make use of forcing I think a player or 2 out of position that they're holding very deep towards A lobby, but just doesn't work out. This is one that I mean, really, you can put under the same umbrella of what we were discussing at the start of map 1, which is BBL thrive in that chaos. I got to say, that's something that when we're going to see the test of Guild's versatility on the defense, right? And gifted a freebie, safe TP out. pAura removed a key late round piece for BBL.
It looks like an indicator towards A as well, considering you can see an instant lean that side from Leo. It's a pretty big tail sign that that's exactly where they're eyeing up, and this is getting Courage Seekers coming through. The divides are going to come out as well. A lot of utility invested into this round. You can see actually Guild going to try and push a little deeper on the site. Now, having to respect the drone coming through, BBL need to make the landing stick on this because they're struggling with that wall in place. They've hit a bit of a brick wall, and they've got 30 seconds to try and navigate around it, and look who's closing in. koldamenta with a judge. Shut 30 seconds.
What?
Gosh, just clears him. So simple for him. Apparently 25 seconds now. The clock was a big enemy in this, but they've waited out the time wonderfully. Eating the flashes trexx, so he can't now peek the corner. But Russ was the next layer to this flank. Still alive and still a problem. They just have to buy time here. Have to stand their ground. And Leo and Sayf doing that to perfection in the end. It got... Ooh, Sayf. Is he sick on this? Big info found. No idea. They are none the wiser. And actually, he just needs to fall away from that now. That's impact done, and a big picture now painted. But QutionerX still... Trexx just caught sleeping. And QutionerX will hit that every day of the week. Now, the lockdown does come in. I don't know what they've got to deny this or just simply respect it, but Sayf going to try and stay here as long as he can. But there's already players pushing forward. He's done for. He's absolutely cooked. And actually, that's a little pickup from Leo. What a little bit of a steal, like a thief in the night. Picks up a frag and dips away. Going to keep it at least at an even footing 3v3.
That could be huge, actually, to be able to find that kill ahead of the lockdown and then TP out. A fighting chance here. Actually, Russ made really good progress. Everybody literally isolates on site right now.
Ooh, and the flash should give away that they're all tucked towards the CT side of things, so koldamenta should be on red alert when he crashed back corner, but didn't seem all too aware. Leo was locked and loaded. Now Russ can play it back to the time. Gotta check towards health because pAura's still waiting.
No way, Leo.
There's a reason that this man impressed me on this map. It always made him look so comfortable and on the money, and you're seeing it again now. Different agent, but similar scenes, keeping things together for Guild. Bulldogs, they need the fight on the start of it. Let's have a look. Leo could be set for success here, but the drone going to be a nuisance. Going to force him away from the first angle. Has to respect it. That's a lot of you.
What?
pAura! Back to back, baby. This guy is an animal when it comes down to it. But the site is still under BBL's control. They're going to at least be able to get that spike planted. I don't think anyone can deny that for now.
And now the problem is, you got a judge in the retake here. Sayf way ahead of the curve there. Wants to get something done with the Blade Storm. Trexx now last man standing. QutionerX. sharp, swift headshot with the Guardian will conclude. Seen enough. Russ might actually catch pAura here. Again, the awareness. They're going to be anticipating pAura every single round now. They find contact elsewhere, they will be looking for him. Trailblazer.
Rightly so.
Yeah, straight through garage here, so possibility for actually a real good stab at this retake here with koldamenta now a Vandal to hand.
Spike planted.
And this is where the weapon should come through, right? This is, unless koldamenta's the one to find a bit of something off the back of it, but there we go. More time being added to the mix, but Sayf still connects towards Cutioner. aimDLL quick on the trade, and now here comes the take. Aslan forced to fight out from garage, and it's down to 2. aimDLL still one of them though, and still on guard duty. Sprays him wildly and doesn't get what he wants. They're gonna force the ult out again. And this is appalling.
Yeah. I mean, Hunter's Fury is so early that it's not even really preventing the defuse from coming through.
Not at all.
I mean, you could argue there that, yeah, catch a lucky tag.
Similar scenes from either side of the Jets, right? Both trying to get a little bit more aggressive, trying to get... Oh, no way! And Cution is still alive. He stands, he weathers the storm somehow through the damage. Chip damage comes in, 18 HP. The man just about gets out of danger. But so much information has to have been revealed off the back of that, but at the loss of Sayf.
Half a second later, Cutioner's got that vulnerable from the gravity well, and he dies there. It's tough not to find that trade. We're actually going to throw the lockdown from long here. No Hunter's Fury. I doubt there's no shock darts anyway.
None. Nice little reactionary idea. They kind of have to respect this. That should allow them at least to be able to step in towards the site. Not completely uncontested. You can still be a little bit cautious. You can see that. But they should be able to at least get towards that spike plant. 2 players on the retake up long, though. And we know that's been a common element and factor for Guild. We know that koldamenta and Russ love playing this way. And now 2 players are there on the other side to address it. Double stack towards sewer, but it's a quick killing of pAura. Now, there is one more, and they didn't expect that. That's the difference here. But trexx finding so much success working back in through CT. He's even noted the player in towards sewer. He might know where both these players are. And koldamenta, have you been seen? Have you been found? Cutioner looks like he knows what is up, but he misses a quick shot. Oh. Brilliant play from BBL in the end. Oh, Sayf. Constantly being just held back. Trexx again, the guy doesn't need to see much. He's fine just spamming away. A little bit of info relay, just an audio cue here or there. Just fine for him. Now what does BBL do though? Player disadvantage. It looks like a lean back towards that C site.
Big info actually on the back of the Aldred as well. Even just noting one player. trexx will sit pretty deep here. Again, no real surprises there with the Hunter's Fury. Actually gets a vessel on the back of the gravity. That could be huge.
Oh, I thought that could have been a double. It still could be. Trexx gonna find 2, and Russ then gonna try and fill the gap, play in towards that, and the setup. It was just too inviting for BBL. They desperately wanted to play up long, but you could see the trap was set, and the Hunter's Fury perfect.
No way they walk this. No way.
Trexx is feeling a little paranoid, and rightly so. Oh! Yeah, suddenly. Guys, there's a lot of people behind us. Please turn around. I don't want to die. And yeah, good response, but damage on either side. It is favorable for now towards Guild, at least numbers-wise.
Player standing.
Couldn't get away. I thought maybe if he dipped in towards sewers and played his life, there was a chance to keep those 2 players up, but now it's down to pAura. The pistol, extraordinaire, already showing that, but now needs to find 3. There's already progress towards the side itself. First challenge succeeds. Could do with more, though. What's the second? And it's Trexx's go of things. So Guild gonna kick things off in the second half.
I'm a little surprised by that.
Well, Russ is out of the equation quickly. Cutioner with first contact gonna be happy enough with that. They could probably filter the weapon away, but oh, the punish on the follow-up too. Beautiful work from Cutioner. Just keeping eyes from the skies. They're trying to filter these weapons back, try and keep something in hand. Just like, please. Give me something better to work with, but they've lost out on the front line here. This is going to be curious to see how they recover this, because I love seeing a bit of a different look from BBL as well. Yes, the aggression was interesting for a couple of rounds. Throwaway rounds, I guess you could say, to an extent, if the plan doesn't go right. You know, be aggressive, try and do what you can, but a more traditional approach here, looking pretty well-rounded, and the purchase from Guild finding nothing so far.
I mean, a brilliant read as well. They've actually got 2 players and the operation of... Okay. Okay.
Get out. Get out. Where's the next person? Where's the next person? Oh, I thought Leo was going to have aimDLL just clean then. Trexx does eventually get there as almost the second player to that. As Sayf put his life on the line, he was fully ready to just try and live as long as he can, but do they find any ability to clear Sayf here? And Trexx in both complementary positions, one teeing up the other, and now pAura called upon. You need some of that magic dig deep this time, pAura.
There's
And
one.
that's a bit of it. That's that little bit of hope that he can kindle here, but there's still one more. And he knows roughly where he is. pAura has to find this frag and find it fast as Trexx just slips away into the night. Gonna play the time, and pAura's gonna lose eyesight on this. Trexx is just keeping composed. He's gonna play to that audio cue. Peeks out just ahead.
Played.
And Trexx, this man, what a round from him.
To perfection.
QutionerX could maybe hit that shot on any swing.
Actually, Sayf again. Happy to throw his life on the line here. Damage comes through. Actually, the kills go in favor of BBL here, but
Trexx. This god, this guy is absolutely on the money. aimDLL trying to just spray down, expecting that next layer to come through. pAura with the freest kill of his life. And now it's all down to Leo. A 1v2. And the spike, he wants that down. He wants at least the clock in his favor, but pAura's closing in and just about dips away. Now seen, now revealed. Nowhere feels safe, but he finds a 1v1. And now Leo, how has he gotten this far? Dips away, but
the timing on the swing. Crucial there, but again, one survive. It's yes, we'll hold on to the operator, but we already talked about the finances behind this purchase for BBL. It's going to be scrappy on the reinvestment.
Waters, man, he's trying to get someone to walk into QutionerX, but oh, it's not gone well. It's gone actually very poorly.
Yeah.
No effective trade at all available.
It's the sentinel to fall, the anchor almost for BBL. You see, they try and stack up behind this, but it's a misread. Going to give up a side. They do have the Rolling Thunders to retake with, but look on the left side of the screen. Look how much is available for Guild here to find themselves map and series point. Cosmic Divide goes up. See, this flank comes through pretty early, and they're going to smoke off the trap. This could be deadly here. Leo's here to guard it.
Leo's watching.
What?
Leo's watching. He's watching. Locked and loaded and watching for the playback in. He doesn't care. He'll sit this one out if he has to. Sit there and watch that flank. And his job has been done. What a bit of impact from the man, finding the first and potentially the last as well.
You got to save?
They have to. As much as they were able to fashion a buy, there won't be much left after this.
Yeah, I definitely don't think they'll be able to fashion a second purchase. It's going to be SMGs, maybe a Guardian, a Bulldog here and there. That's absolutely crazy. But again, there's so little resistance on site. The Leo's able to post out. Unfortunately, Aslan's just stood there looking at the slow like, well, okay, yeah, I'm not walking that. No shot. And they remove the Actually, no, it's the Rolling Thunder, sorry, equipped, but there's so much distance to cover, to capitalize.
They can't close the gap.
Oh.
There's no way you can make the most of that, but BBL still going to punish too. Trexx and Russ now down. Spike going to be left a little deeper than light, but has been recovered. QutionerX on the money for the shot, but does get out of dodge. They line up, but still, Leo and Sayf, we've seen this scene before. The perfect pickup by QutionerX, still keeping this just about looking on the money for BBL. And if they can stay alive with 3 players, that's huge going forward.
Definitely is. QutionerX here, want to see him hold on to this weapon. He's very low HP and no real possibility of a trade here. You can see pAura desperate to hold on to the operator as well.
10 seconds left.
But Leo will entertain it. He does swing out. Aslan will find it. I was convinced that must be a fault line.
Exactly that. As long as it works, everything's great.
Yeah.
And Guild just going for a mid piece. It looks like 2 players are pretty close to this one being aimDLL, but there's a lot of utility, so we know there's going to be at least that KJ close enough by, and you're going to have QutionerX filling the gap as well. And Sayf.
Where are you off to, mate?
Having a run. Just going for a jog. And Guild are going to struggle here. We noted, obviously, the utility that's going to be just hindering any progress, and the players already hitting those rotations.
Hello, could potentially make something work. Oh, maybe not now. Aslan gifted 2. Digs a little deeper, finds the 3rd.
Dry on.
Sayf's got himself all the way to the bottom of long. This is almost just a distraction here. Questioner posted up with the operator. Again, the knowledge that Sayf hasn't cleared short, the possibility. Questioner actually going to get punished here with the updraft.
Sayf so far ahead of where they expected. Quick smoke towards CT, and he wants to keep this space safe. He wants to make sure that plant comes in, as Guild will have 5 in the post plant. pAura's not being subtle with this. It should be Leo winning that fight every day of the week. So much information, and there's the divide, there's the Seekers. It's all being thrown into this.
Yeah, if BBL even have a real shot to get back in here. Crossfire looks deadly, Lauren.
It certainly does, and waiting to see if there's any sort of fight coming back in from BBL. We're down to just 2 now. aimDLL and Aslan, the last 2 to try and make a go of this. And you're seeing it now, just Aslan, brave as you like, tries to crest the corner, and koldamenta will send them home 13-9